Hello everybody, my name is Benchmark, and I recently got a copy of Windows 8, if you can't tell already. So I've heard a lot of shit about this particular operating system, and I haven't heard anything good about it. So I decided I would do a piece about it, because I feel like it's getting shit on way too much. Than it should be. Now, something I didn't know before I started researching into Windows 8 is that it still does have the full Windows 7 functionality to it, and by what I mean by that is you have this desktop here, which is exactly your Windows 7 setup. Everything is the same, except you'll notice in the bottom left down here there's no start button, but we'll get to that in a minute. So everything's the same like you would normally find if you go into personalize. Everything is the exact same. Finder's the same, except for kind of a ribbon they added, which I'll show you in a second. But it's pretty much the exact same. So if you like Windows 7, it's really not too much of a stretch. What they added and improved to, in my opinion, is the start menu. Now, the start menu is always a clunky piece of shit that sat in the left side there, and you click it, and it just came up with a clusterfuck of bad ideas and horrible, just spewing shit. And then they totally decided to take what you know about the start menu and make it different. So if you go down here to the start menu, see this little start thing. You can also access this just like you would the regular start menu in any other version of your operating system by pressing the Windows key on your keyboard, which is between your Control and Alt keys. And it's a little Windows flag. Or if you're on a Mac and you're running Boot Camp, that's your Command key. So then this nice little shabby thing gets popped up here. And I customized this so it looks nice and shiny, but this is the basic gist. You have all your live tiles here, which I'm sure you'll be familiar with from the Windows Phone commercials and that kind of shit. All in this nice kind of flowy little background container. And this is a much better way of doing the start menu because it's kind of clean and clear cut and very well put together. I apologize for my chair, by the way. It's being a fucking horror. But anyway, so you see up on the top, I have my name, and if I click on that, it has some settings. I can change my account picture, lock, or sign out. I don't want to do any of those things right now. But this is my start menu, so this will come up anywhere. If I press the Windows key, it will come up anywhere. So basically, let me close this down right now. But basically, if I'm in a game, I can pop this up, and voila, I'm going to have all of my features that I would need for my start menu here, but even better because it's, in my opinion, well, it's more well-rounded, and it works better. Like, this is like the hub for launching all of your applications. If you don't want to use your desktop, like you can launch all of your applications from here. And they have new things that are full screen applications that run entirely in the start menu, if you will. Which sounds weird, and it kind of is. So let me show you what I mean by that. We'll open up Google Chrome. And Google Chrome opened within the start menu. It didn't open to the desktop. And what I mean by that is, let me see if I can... Ow, well, fuck it. Anyway, opened to the start menu. It didn't open to the desktop, as opposed to if I went to my desktop and were to... Crap, I guess I don't have an icon for Chrome on my desktop. Open Google Chrome, motherfucker. Oh, goddamn. I don't have an icon to it, so I'm kind of being my own little slut here. Let's do this. So if we right click on Google Chrome, fuck, no, not left click. Stop being a whore. Stop being a whore. No one loves whores. I don't care who told you that someone loved whores. They were lying to you. They just wanted your money, you slut. Alright, so let's just pin that to taskbar real quick. Fuck me! How come I can't open it without right clicking? I guess that's a downside to Windows 8, is apparently you can't open that with, can't not open that when you right click, at least for me anyway. So, Jesus, stop fucking... Well, let's just show you how to force quit a program. Anyway, put your cursor at the top of the screen, you'll see this hand. Click, hold on, drag all the way down, let go. And then boom. So let's go to our desktop here. And then hopefully, oh, alright, well, fuck me. I'm sure there's an option here that I'm not looking or doing right. So I literally just got this working like 3 hours ago. So forgive my douche noobiness. But, anyway. Fuck, I don't even know how to go on from here. I didn't even have one open. What the fuck? Close, you son of a whore. Alright, so let's open something that's not on my home screen here. So let's right click and it brings up this banner. And we'll click all apps. And we'll find something like... Ooh. Let's do Audacity. So normally programs would open up like this. They'll open in your Windows 7 side, as I'll refer to it. This is your normal desktop, as you're familiar with Windows 7. And programs will open up inside of it. So here it is inside your normal desktop. You have all of your normal Windows 7 stuff minus the start bar with a few different things. You still have your faggy little bar up here. Never been a fan of that toolbar, but Microsoft has been a fan of hot corners, if you will, in Windows 8. And I'm not sure how I feel about them yet. I mean, they're kind of useful, but they're kind of not at the same time. And I'll show you what I mean. Take your mouse right here and slam it up against the right side. And then I didn't do anything. I just slammed it up against the right side. And then I pulled it down a bit, and this bar came up. Now I can search through my apps on my computer, which is handy if I need to find an app. Or we go back here. I can share. Nothing can be shared because nothing's highlighted, of course. There's nothing to share. I can access my start menu, which I could by just, pressing the Windows key or using the bottom left-hand corner. I can access the device menu. Like other things you can port your screen out to, but I don't have anything like that hooked up. You can also get to this menu from the bottom hand corner on this side. It's accessible from any of the two sides. And you'll notice that my Audacity kind of faded out there. That's because this is the Windows 7 Show Desktop button, so that's kind of gay that those two functions overlap each other. And then you have settings, and that'll show you a bunch of stuff. Since I'm in the Windows, the desktop area, Windows 7 throwback, it gives me stuff like control panel, personalization, PC info, and help, stuff like that. As well as some other options down here, and this would obviously be to shut down. This is notifications. You got kind of banner notifications at the top, similar to Apple's, but much less annoying and much less faggy, because you can actually, they go away right away after that. They don't stay there and make you go to fucking App Center and tell them that they want to update, but you're not going to, because Apple's kind of a cunt bag in that regard. But, so programs would open up like this if they're not full screen, and what I mean by full screen is if we go back into the start area here, and let's use Google Chrome because it's been so friendly to us before. Alright, pop up Google Chrome, it's full screen, so you'll notice that I'm not in a desktop. I don't have my start bar here, my taskbar here, which the taskbar seems irrelevant, by the way, now. I think that they should have just gotten rid of the taskbar, but also I think that probably would have been too big of a step for the consumers to handle, having no taskbar now. But in my opinion, they should have gotten rid of it. So this acts just like a normal Google Chrome would. They tweaked Internet Explorer so it's a little bit better, but it's still faggy as hell and gay, so don't use that. Just use Chrome or whatever you usually use. I usually use Safari when I'm booted up on my Mac side, because I am running this on an iMac, which is kind of the best of both worlds. I do have a copy of the latest OS X installed, as well as I have Windows 8, obviously, and I also have Linux, if I ever wanted to use that. So I do use all the operating systems. And I prefer Mac I'm not going to say strongly. Everything has its ins and outs. And Windows 8 is seeming not too horrible. But I am attracted to new and shiny stuff. So that will be my downfall. But this will work just regularly like normal. And if you want to get to your desktop, on the right hand corner, take your mouse, throw it up into the right side, and then just pull down along the left side. Wow, I'm fucking stupid. Take your mouse, throw it up into the left side, pull down, and you'll get this little menu here. And this is all the applications you have open. So this is your desktop, which will always be open, and this is your Skype, which I have open now. This obviously won't always be here, especially if you don't use Skype. And then down here's your start, and this will be filled with whatever applications you have open. So if I switch to desktop, which can also just be accessed by doing this, and if you're on desktop, top left here will be whatever program you use last. You can also get to this by going to the start and pulling up, as opposed to going to the top and pulling down. Either way works. You have to go to a corner though. It's not going to work if you just go to the side. You have to go to a corner and then throw up. Throw up. Alright. So, to close a program, right click, close. Fuck me! Alright. So, there's repeated attempts on how this is gay and stupid and bullshit and how you shouldn't get it. So let's look at a few other things in Windows. First of all, if you hit the Control key and hold it and then scroll out or down towards yourself on your mouse, this happens. What this will do is if you had any more icons than this, they would all be laid out like this. Now I only have two panels, as I will refer to them for lack of proper names, but we'll call this a panel. And so the panels will go along like this, and if you scroll up and down, it will scroll left and right correspondingly, and scroll you through all of your tiles within each panel. And you can rename panels by finding a panel, right-clicking on it, and naming it whatever you want. I have mine set to X-Ray and VAV, obviously because I'm a big RTAH fan, and X-Ray and VAV are hilarious, funny, and quite attractive, might I say. So, these are live tiles, which basically means that they'll faggotly update themselves, kind of like that. You can turn them off, right-click, turn off live tile, and it'll reset to photos. Or, you know, whatever it was normally called. So, personally, for stuff like stocks, I'd leave it on, because it's stocks. You want to have a nice little overview. I leave my weather on, but if I turned it on, that would show my current location. And I'm not going to do that to you, Internet. Sorry, guys. You can find it the old-fashioned way. Stalk my IP. Anyway, this is the Bing, and it'll just fucking... I don't use Bing, so this is just kind of here, because I don't have enough stuff to justify all of this beautiful space on the side, and I would look like a tool bag. This is the People app, which I had a fucking horrible time getting to work. Windows 8 is all about integration, and by that I mean, excuse me, squeaky chair noise. It's all about integration in the sense that it wants you to integrate everything with a Microsoft account. So to do anything on Windows 8, you will need a Microsoft account. So make one and remember the password and log in for it, because you will be entering it for fucking everything. So if you're not okay with Microsoft accounts and shit like that, Windows 8 is not for you. Stay the hell away from it. I don't mind too much because so far it hasn't had me do it, other than the fact that it wants me to go like, yeah, haha, I'm a Microsoft user on a Microsoft account. And, you know, it's pretty much the same thing as using your Apple ID to verify shit on a Mac, if you're familiar with that. It'll ask you to install something sometimes, and you'll be all like, yeah, I'll enter my Microsoft password, whatever. You have a few choices with profiles. See if I can get it up here. In PC settings, you can personalize things a bit, and I won't get into this too much. That can be another video if you guys are interested. But where's users? All right, so you can do this thing called switch to a Microsoft account, and basically what that does is it will have your user, which would normally be your local user file, like whatever you named your computer, and that would be signed in, and it would be, say, I had mine for a while, dead man walking. So it would be, users, dead man walking, and then documents and stuff like that. That'd be the path that's assigned to you in the My Computer file. And that's how the computer recognizes your data area. But you can switch to a Microsoft account, and it will tie everything in for you in an inconvenient and kind of faggoty way. I don't recommend doing that. I recommend if you need to associate anything with your Microsoft account, you just do that and have it as a local account, because it saves a lot of hassle. And having a Microsoft account kind of fucked over my Windows 8 for a while. So Windows updates, nice and easy. It's kind of faggoty though. So you can tell it to check for updates, and if there is updates, it'll be like, you're scheduled to update them whenever you locally schedule. And you have to tell it to update now after it's found it, which is kind of stupid, because it should prompt you. Obviously, if you're asking it to check for updates, you probably want to update your computer, right? Apparently, Microsoft doesn't think so. So let's get out of this. Easy way to get out of this. Boom, force quit the program. That's how you force quit. Yeah, it's debatable whether or not it's good for the programs, but you saw me try to quit Google Chrome. I'm force quitting shit. Alright. They have a bunch of different apps, which I will not be covering all now in detail. I will, however, like to showcase one for the purpose of functionality and whatnot. So I'll show you the People app. The People app so far has not steered me wrong after I got it working. To get it working, it was a fucking slut. Alright? So, as I said earlier, I'm a big RT/AH fan, so this is my Facebook and Twitter combined. Facebook, Twitter, obviously. And this is a list of fucking everyone I follow. So, this just scrolls. You can just scroll it up and down, and it'll go left and right. And there's all your tweets. And say I wanted to say something to Ricky Gervais, I could reply to him and be all like, nah, catfish is better. Just random shit. Like, it doesn't even matter. And then obviously if I wanted to retweet it, I can do it here. Here or here, either. So that's pretty much that, and we'll just force quit that as well. There is something that I do love and at the same time hate. And that is splits, like, I don't want to call it split screen, but yeah, split screen functionality. So, let's open the dreadful, horrible, awful Google Chrome again, alright? And let's say I'm browsing Rooster Teeth. Okay, but at the same time, let's say I'm having a conversation with my best Skype amigo, Cecilia, Darth, Ruben, Mike, and Cuban. You know. Fucking Cuban, Caleb, or Celebi, or whatever the hell you want to call him. So, over here, I have this third bar, and I probably should have gone into a bit more detail, but I basically just dragged down and then dragged it over here. I'll do it again. Fuck, why not? Go like this, up in the top corner, pull down, find Skype, click, drag, and then drag it all the way to the corner and let go. Alright, now Skype is in your corner, and you can kind of maneuver it a little bit. So, then I have the Skype bar. So if I wanted to do something on RT here, I can click, 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 spam, 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 you know, do whatever I wanted to do here, and just be like, you're gay, right? That's pretty much that. And then if you want to switch it like that, for whatever reason, whoops, I made that too big. If you wanted to switch it like that for whatever reason and browse like this, I don't know what practical application on a web browser you could need only this much space, but if you found some, good on ya. And if you just want to switch back, I keep going too far. If you want to just switch back, just drag it 2/3 and let go, or halfway and let go, and it should pick up on what you mean. So, that is pretty much the slide aspect. And I will go ahead and attempt to close that. Oh, you could also do it this way. Let me get out Google Chrome again. Pull down, snap left, or there's some options that right-click here when you come up. I'm not sure what they are, but you can play with that yourself. So, like I said, if you want to switch it, just do that, and if you want to get rid of it, drag it off to the side. So, I'm going to go up here, I'm going to go to desktop, and then I'm going to close Google Chrome because I hate it being a douche in Windows 8. So, what's my time at? Fucking hell! Sorry. It's late, I'm pissed. Oh, 20. Alright, this is going to be a long video. But, you love me. Well, you don't. You're just here for my money. I don't even have any money. I'm poor, I'm fat, and I'm broke. I've already said poor. Wow, and I'm stupid. Alright, so, there's not much else to talk about except for some of the other functionalities. If you press the Windows key and just start typing, it brings up this. It brings up the sidebar. And if you delete everything and press, well, never mind. But if you press the Windows key and start typing, say I wanted to find computer, which is not my computer anymore, it's computer. I could just type computer and then hit enter. And boom, it brought up my computer. Alright, and there's my lovely 2.272 terabyte hard drive, which this is all saving to at the moment, which makes my computer work nice and flowy and wonderful. And if I wanted to find a setting, let's type in brightness. See, there's no apps for brightness, but there's 3 files associated with brightness and 8 settings associated with brightness. Change screen brightness. That would be probably what I'm looking for. Alright, you see what I mean here? And now, say if I wanted to find, ooh lordy, I don't know. Let's do something weird. Let's do Google Earth. Yep. Or if I wanted to find everything with AS in the name. Apparently nothing. Or H. Everything that started with H. Or maybe I wanted to see everything that started with A. I don't know why you would want to do that. Maybe because you're a cunt. But that's why you would want to do that. So, there is a few other weird things associated with this, like calendars, mail. Obviously, mail. It kind of acts like iMail in a way. I'm not going to do it because obviously all my personal emails are on there. It kind of acts like iMail in a way where it brings in all of your accounts. Like you can sync all of your accounts. You can get your Hotmail, your Gmail, whatever other mails. God forbid a Yahoo Mail if you have one, imported to this, so it's all in one convenient, handy places. And it'll actually scroll the live tiles similar to like what this is doing here. It'll scroll the live tiles like that with your emails and such. Also, for some reason it's not doing it. I probably have it turned off somewhere, but this will also scroll with Twitter and Facebook updates. Excuse me. Like this is doing right here with stocks. So, some of the integration will go to other maps. Like if someone has a link to like a place that Maps recognizes, like on Barbara Dunkelman's Twitter. She mentioned like Austin, Texas in like her bio, and Maps kind of highlighted it, made it blue, and was like Austin, Texas, and I clicked it and it brought me into the Maps location here, and it's very pretty. Honestly, I like kind of the white on the whatever background color you selected, the kind of simplistic thing like that. But it brought me to this, and I'm kind of a fan of Maps. It's basic enough to where, I mean, look at it. It's pretty basic. It's not like fucking Google Earth or Google Maps, where it's a little more than you need, and it's not even a globe, it's a flat map. So it's a nice side to side scrolling and up and down if you wanted to see Antarctica or the rest of the world, or a very over proportionate Greenland. But it seems to be very fluid, and apparently it's powered by Bing. So it's not too bad so far. I'm having a lot of fun with it. You can right click, see all your apps here, and I'm definitely gonna test it out more and keep you guys updated, because I've just been seeing this shit on. And so far, aside from installing this system, like upgrading Windows 7 to Windows 8 was a slut. Let me tell you about the process of this for a little bit. Alright? First, it restarts once, which is to be normal. I put it in, it's like you need to install some programs. I'm like, alright, that's weird, but I'll do it. So I install some programs, right? And then I say hello again. And it's like, all right, you've installed uninstalled the programs. Restart your computer. I'm like, well, that's not too unreasonable. Still kind of is though. So I restarted my computer, and then it's like, oh, yeah, let's do the install for like, I don't know, 15 minutes, and we'll restart your computer. All right, so it's gonna boot into install mode. That seems absolutely normal. Did that when I installed Windows 7. Did that when I installed OS X. Did that when I installed Linux. And then it's like, yeah, all right, so we're going to do some install shit here. Normal stuff. Then we're just going to restart randomly for no apparent fucking reason. All right, I can deal with that. But it literally restarted about 5 times. But in between each 5 times, it went to a loading screen of like 4 tiles. Like just the fucking Windows 8 logo, the new flag they designed it, and it's just a little spinning thing going around and around for 10 minutes, and then the computer decides to restart itself. And I'm on a Mac, so I have to sit here and make sure that it boots up into Windows again and not default boots into Mac. So I have to sit here for fucking an hour just while it reboots 7 times. And then after it gave me all this bullshit setup stuff I had to do, like name and account information, which you would expect, it was like, yeah, we're going to restart after getting this information. What the fuck? So probably not the most user-friendly thing to install. There's no fucking explanation on how to do anything in this goddamn operating system. Which is why I'm so thankful I watched a tutorial on how to do shit, basically, in here. Because otherwise, it loads you up with this, and I would be like, what the fuck? How do I even live? But there's some things that you'll probably never figure out on your own. The Windows key plays a big part in this. It's starting to act like the command key on a Mac. Like if I hit Windows F, it automatically brings me to a search. So instead of typing and having to hit files, it brings me to a search for files specifically. Which could be handy in its own applied uses, of course. And there's some other things like that. Just hit the Windows key and random letters on the thing. There's an app in the store that gives you all of those combinations, which, come to think of it, I should actually do. So I'll show you how to download an app, which probably would be a good thing. You literally just go to the store, find an app, hit install, then these dots go across the top, which I'm actually kind of a fan of. And let's say you want to exit the store, so you're just going to press the Windows key, right? And then it gives you this cool little notification and saying it's installed. Now, if you take your mouse off it, it'll go away. It'll take about 10 seconds, but see, there it goes, fading off. Or you could hit the X up there as you saw. So, now that it's installed, it appears right here. And so, maybe I want to drag it into VAV. Alright, so now it's in VAV. What if I wanted it in X-Ray? So now I can put it in X-Ray. Alright, now I can load up my shortcuts. And let's look at this. Switch between modern desktop and start screen. Okay. Windows A. Windows button A. Not really working. Open Charms bar, Windows C. Okay, that worked. Open App Search, Windows Q. That works. Access Settings charm, Windows I. Windows H is the share charm. Windows 10. Or Windows Tab. Why did I say Windows 10? Oh, that. Oh, and then I guess I can use my mouse to be all Gaylord about everything. Okay. I guess this just switches between your last used if you press it, and if you hold it, it'll bring up that. And then when you release it, it'll be all faggoty. Anyway, this is just a list of all the things. If you get Windows 8, definitely get this app, because you'll need it. Trust me, it doesn't tell you shit. So, if I want to delete an app, like say, oh, God, what do I want to delete here? What if I don't want this? Alright, that's easy. Uninstall. I'm obviously not going to do it, because I need that. So, let's make it smaller, though. So now it's less shitty. I can make this smaller, too. And right-click on it again, make it bigger. Right-click on this, make it larger, make everything kind of uniform. What if I wanted to make this larger? Boom. And this larger. Boom. Boom-bitty boom boom boom. Okay, now what if I want news over here? Bam. What if I want video over here? Because that matches. Actually, what if I want them both up here because they're red and Netflix is red? But what if I wanted this down here because that's blue and Skype is blue and so is this? But what if I wanted them like that because I use them more often than that? Fucking drag and drop. It can get a bit annoying when you're trying to like merge Skype across lanes. Like if I wanted to move it there, that could get fucking annoying as hell. Like boom, boom, boom. Now fuck this. This fucked itself. Like now I need to move calendar up here, and mail here, and people here, Netflix here, news above photos, video above photos. Whoop, that's being faggoty. I don't want to do that. And then maybe, yeah, maybe I like that configuration, except maybe, fuck me. Oh, apparently if you right click on the top of Chrome, it goes to its full screen mode. That's good to know. I didn't know that. Found that out by mistake, folks. That's how you will be learning on this fucking system. You will be learning by mistake. Like, you are a mistake is what this system makes you feel like. Anyway, so that's Windows 8 so far. Currently, if I had to give an opinion right now, I would recommend getting it. I really don't see what all of the negative hype about it is so far. There are some issues, but so far after I got my system set up, they've all worked themselves out, and aside from the Chrome thing, nothing has really been aggravating me to the point where I would consider not getting this again. It's a new system, so there are always learning curves and learning aggravations, things that you will get used to and be a badass of. Eventually we all become a mono of our own systems. But, you know, thank you for watching. I truly do appreciate you listening to the ramblings of Psychotic Psychopath. And tune in next time where I do this again in the future and probably resent this system for every life essence that I have in my being wants to stab present me for saying that you should get it. Alright, thank you for watching.